Thank you, everyone, and thank you so much, Governor, for everything that you're doing and for honestly showing us what true leadership looks like. This is, and everybody back here too, so thank you. We're originally from Tennessee. I don't know if you can hear the slang. We're originally from Tennessee, but we moved to Florida 8 years ago, and I could not be more proud to live in this state, honestly. So, you never know how you're going to feel about something, how you're going to react, what you're going to do until it affects you or your family or your children specifically, personally. And I never thought I would be a homeschool mom because I love to work, but here we are. We moved to Palm Beach County from Orlando a year ago. We wanted private school, but due to because of things that we'd started hearing, but it wasn't in the cards for us financially. Everyone raved about Marsh Point Elementary. Everybody told us it was the very best school in our little area, and so we went with it. A week in, we lost the opt-out opportunity in masking. A month in, a letter was sent home in my son's backpack, and I'm so glad I checked his bag. It was on a Friday that 3 kids from each class were going to be selected and form a new class without our knowledge at all. There was no details, no info whatsoever, no bio given, no meeting, no photo. And the parents aren't even allowed in the school. We were just supposed to be okay with, sending our kid to a stranger. He had already made friends, so we prayed hard over this and trusted God would take care of him. He always does, just not how you would think sometimes. I'm a positive thinker, so we just went with it. We quickly started hearing questionable things. Parents were being called bullies because we were emailing her too much, and I'm like, we had a lot of questions, so yes, we were emailing her a lot. My son's behavior started to change a little bit. He was very frustrated with me, more so than normal. Later, other things came up, disturbing things about medical choices that I think should be between the family. The kids were given extra credit if they made these medical choices. 2nd grade, mind you. Yes, but here's where I drew the line. Thanksgiving morning, he chose to tell me on Thanksgiving. We were sitting there, and he tells me about a book that she had read to the class called Call Me Max. It's this one here. If you've read the book at all, I could cry thinking about it. There was no permission slip given, no heads up, and hey, how do you feel about this? Nothing. There was somebody next door that gave a permission slip out to parents for James and the Giant Peach. And I'm like, what about that one? After she finished the book, so he had to sit there and listen to the whole thing. After she finished the book, he raised his hand and he said, no, this isn't right. This is not who God made you to be. And she disagreed with him and said, no, you can be whatever you want to be if you just have an imagination. And so I'm like, well, yeah, you can be a doctor, a lawyer, president, but God doesn't make mistakes, and he didn't make a mistake when he made you. So under this bill, which again, obviously most people have not read it. I don't think a lot of people have. It protects the fundamental rights of parents to make choices regarding the upbringing and the control of their children. It prohibits school districts from doing what happened in ours, and prohibits classroom discussion about sexual orientation and gender identity in a 2nd grade classroom. So needless to say, we never went back. We never went back to that class. He was moved to a 3rd person at this point. We had to switch him. I was like, he's not going back, but it was not an easy choice. It was not an easy process. The principal was not easy to work with in this. But people have asked, why couldn't we have stayed in that class? And the simple answer is, when I talked to the principal about it, he said that these books, meaning there's more than just that one, are a district requirement to be in the public schools. So they have the choice to read them or not, but it's a district requirement. So I was like, I don't want him around that without the wherewithal, without the knowledge as a parent. This school and how they handled things completely shattered my trust. And so I'm hoping with this new bill that things can change for all those sweet babies that aren't telling their parents, that aren't speaking up. So I'm beyond thankful for the opportunity to be a homeschool mom. It's crazy, but I'm thankful, and I'm hoping that this can help for the parents that don't have the choice. So thank you so much.